Hey guys, so I am coming to you live from my car because I was just at an appointment and I'm in the parking lot, and I just thought this has been running through my head and it's something that I'm going to kind of put down in 2 words, but I thought it would really be a good post to share live. So as people are jumping on, if you are around not traveling for the 4th and you actually are on Facebook, I hope that you jump on. But I wanted to touch on a couple of topics that I've been talking about on some of my posts on Facebook, and kind of elaborate a little bit more and see if there's one person out there that sees the importance of some of the stuff I'm talking about, and if they decided to make a change, would it really be relevant? Would it make a difference? And so I have low internet connection, so I'm hoping that this is still sharing. I am in a low spot apparently, but if anybody is on, if you could give me a like or an emoji of some sort so that I know that I have connection. Otherwise, I will try to keep going here and hopefully it will continue to record. So I realize it's kind of hard to get some good lighting here. So you guys, I am going to share a couple of things. Okay, now I have connection. If you're watching, give me a thumbs up so I know that you've got connection. You guys, so I have a couple of people that I really like to follow on their blogs, and I get their newsletters, and I just think that their content and their information is very relevant. It's applicable and it's easy to understand, and that's what I like to share with you because I feel like it's important and worth sharing if other people are not hearing it. So my question was, what if one person did this? What would happen? Would it make a difference? Would it be relevant? Hey Kathy, glad that you could jump on. So I've shared I have a major passion for helping people get healthy with food, with lifestyle, with fitness, lots of different things. And I know a lot of people agree that that's important, but not everybody wants to do that. And so let me just get into this because I don't want to ramble and I don't want to take up a bunch of time on this post. But one quote that I found from Dr. Hyman, who's one of the people that I like to follow, I thought was super insightful and kind of eye-opening for people. So I'm just going to read it. I wrote it out so that I could remember. But basically, his quote says, "Food is not just calories. It is information. It talks to your DNA and tells it what to do. The most powerful tool to change your health, environment, and entire world is your fork." So to me, what he's saying is what we put in our body is so important that it doesn't just affect us. It affects our environment and it affects the entire world. Well, what does that mean, and why does that seem relevant just based off of what we put into our bodies? Well, our bodies are machines and they need food to nourish it, to keep it running optimally. And if it's not, that can affect our family, the people that we are around. If we're unhealthy, it can make their lives less desirable if they're taking care of us because we're not healthy, or if we're just leading by bad examples and then they pick up bad habits and then therefore they become unhealthy. With our environment, if we're not eating foods that are grown and cared for well, and we also can be damaging our environment if we're not encouraging proper use of soil and growing our foods. I'm not going to go into a rant about that, but I think that's what he's talking about here, is just that our fork literally has so much power. So what I've been talking a lot about is intuitive eating. And a lot of people are like, yeah, that sounds great. I listen to my body, but I have a schedule, or I can't just, not go off of a clock. And, there's multiple reasons why people say that intuitive eating may not make sense for them. And I get it. I get that intuitive eating as a sense of, just listening to your body's cues and, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat. That's oversimplifying it. And so I wanted to just kind of touch on this, and this kind of ties into my question. What if one person did this, and what would that do? What would be the impact? So intuitive, if you think about the word, it starts with in, and in to me represents internal. It's an internal part of your body. Your body is talking to you, whether it is a hunger cue or your gut saying this food does not agree with me, or I don't feel well. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I'm missing some supplement or some vitamin. All these things that our bodies are telling us are intuitive things that we should be listening to. It's not just about hunger cues. Our bodies are so amazing that they will talk to us if we are willing to listen. And I think that's the biggest thing with intuitiveness, is just really paying attention to what your body's trying to tell you. If you are having issues with digestion, or you're not going to the bathroom regularly, or you're having problems with bloat and discomfort, well, that's your body's reaction to something. So something's not working efficiently. And so that's not the way your body was designed to feel and to operate. So maybe it's time that you kind of dig a little deeper and, do something different. If you're doing the same thing over and over and you're getting the same results, obviously something's not working, and maybe you need to do something different. So if one person decided that, I'm going to stop just going with the flow. I'm going to stop just eating what everybody else is eating because it's just easier. Or I'm going to, stop just eating mindlessly, or whatever it is. If one person decides to stop doing those things that ultimately gives them discomfort or frustration, or, they keep eating foods that they know are bad for them, but it's just, they don't know how to stop. One person doing that, they are leading by example, first of all, for their family, their loved ones. And have you ever heard of kind of the concept of you kind of have your 5 group of influential people, the people you are around the most, influence your habits and your lifestyle? You are also an influencer. So you are part of somebody else's group of 5. So if you are impacting 4 other people or 5 other people in a group, you are also impacting their lives. So one person can make one decision. They can explain to somebody else how good they feel, how much they've learned from that experience, what the outcome was, and encourage somebody else to do that. And it's a snowball effect, and that's what we want. We don't want the opposite kind of effect where we just all keep going through the motions. We all keep doing what we're doing because we just don't know any different, and we don't know what else to do. And that's an excuse. I hate to be harsh, but there are things to be done. And, with the internet and resources we have available, we can look up, obviously, information that can be overwhelming and maybe not accurate, but we can research. We can become our own advocate. We can seek answers. We can seek support and guidance and support from other people. So if one person decides that they've had enough of whatever they've been dealing with, and they're like, I'm going to make a change, that's a positive impact on themselves, their environment, those around them, and those that they care for. So one person can make the impact, and it can snowball. And so I encourage you to be that one person, even if it is a simple choice that you make. And even if you have people that are against what you're doing because they don't see the value in it, or they don't understand why you would decide to make those changes. If it makes you happy, and if it brings you a healthy feeling within your body actually feels nourished because of a choice you're making, then your body's telling you that it's the right answer. And so listening to outside advice is not always your best bet. You really do need to listen to your gut. I can't tell you how important it is that we listen to our gut. We have that gut instinct. There goes that in word again. Our gut instinct is usually right. Even when it comes to, being in danger, our gut is intuitive. It tells us something's not right. And so we need to listen. And that's why I encourage people that I work with, people that, I've done detoxes with, we've done cleanses, we've done just, we've talked about intuitive eating, we've changed, their diets to take out inflammatory foods. We've done things that have transformed the way that they look at food, but also how their body feels. And there's a positive outcome. That positive outcome encourages them to keep going. If you think that you want to feel better, then your steps to get there should be encouraging to you, because you are actually going towards that result that you are seeking. If you tell yourself along the way that that result that you want, it's going to be too hard to get to. The steps are too hard. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Well, then you're going to put that negative mindset in your thinking, and you won't get to that end result. That end result can happen if you have the right mindset to get yourself from A to B. So I know I kind of threw in a couple of different things there, but I'm super passionate about this. It is so important to me that even one person kind of takes this and runs with it, just decides, you know what, enough is enough. I'm done just going through the motions and just eating like I normally do and not letting my body tell me what needs to be done. And if you don't understand still, I'm still learning as I go. Sometimes I have days where my gut's like, okay, something's not quite right, and I'm not really sure what the answer is, but I know something wasn't right. So then I'm willing to investigate. And so that's all I'm asking is you just listen, take the time to kind of maybe process what you've eaten, what maybe didn't agree with you, and then maybe make some adjustments the next day and pay attention to how your body responds. Your body will tell you. There's so many different ways to do that, and I'd be happy to support you in that or give you any guidance, but you guys have the power within you. You have the intuitiveness within you. It is inside you, that power to do that. You just need to let yourself, trust yourself. You can do it. I know you can. You guys, thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you taking the time to listen, and I would love to hear from you. If you are watching this live or later, if you have any, if you've done this, if you've tried intuitively doing something, or you've let your body kind of guide you, I'd love to hear more about it, or if you have questions or whatever. I just would love to hear from you. If you guys could give me a like, give me a heart, give me something if you're watching even afterwards, so that I know that this message gets out there, because I do think it's important that other people truly do see the benefit of that instinct, that intuitiveness that we have built into us. It can be used for so many different things, and so I hope that you are tapping into that. You guys, thank you again so much. I appreciate you guys for jumping on, and have a wonderful day.